Switching off the light. Someone was watching me, but it was not. It was only on my nerves as it drained my blood all over my brain. And still, I know it was not. The dust was in the wind ticking against the window, and I could not see it. No one could see it. That night was quiet, and no one was making a step, but not because men didn't have legs. I could hear my breath go into and out of my lungs. There was a small living thing flown into my nasal cavity, and maybe it would embed a grenade in each hilum. If it exploded, it would not stop my breath. It would just cause a tiny wound, and it even would not hurt me at all. 1, 2, 3. I counted. My hair fell, swept against my right arm. The hair didn't stop falling in 3 strands. It would be 6 and double, 12 and double, and would be 6 to 7 times a day. You have double of millions. Losing a dozen for 10 times a day will be nothing. And I will lose all of them in just 16 days. Do you still think it's nothing? I raised my intonation by holding back my breath. I stepped onto my bed and sat on the wooden bunk. It belonged to my mom when she was 20. But I guess it was older since she bought it on the vintage market. It was dull and rustic, like the bed which had been laid by Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. I perceived those were 7 dwarfs sneaking up under my bed at 1 a.m. right after I switched off the light. They were not as friendly as they were to Snow White. 4 or 5 of them would know some legs, so all the human would appear to be as short as they are. One of them would count down from 100 to 0, wait for me to fall asleep. I started counting on 200 before I closed my eyes, and they were gone by their count at 0, to looking for another fellow to be their next flock. They chomp only long legs. You know nothing. They will come back to us. They don't know how to stop. I murmured and simultaneously scratched my neck. Your arms will look better than your legs, and maybe they will take those both next time. Shh. Look at that ceiling. It's panting. I looked straight at the top and frowned, trying to focus extremely. Changing the topic as you desire. But yeah, it's like breathing, isn't it? Yeah, it's not it then. It's alive. Every scratch on that light tells me something. I realized. If it's a he, what is he going to tell you? Wait. I guess it's a she. She feels nothing, but she sees everything. I took a deep breath, more profound than I have ever done before. There was a girl before me who slept under the ceiling. Her hair was very long, which she was obsessed with, but but never had doubted to see it cut off strand by strand. She had beautiful freckles all over her face. No, they're not freckles. It's from her father. The cigarette burns. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. She obviously cried a lot. How if it turns out she was not? She was laughing extremely loud and almost pulling out her eyeballs from the orbit. Wait, my right eye bag is throbbing. I got up immediately and ran into the mirror. I saw my right eye bag closer, but I could not see it throbbing. I didn't expect that it knew I was watching it. It moved to my upper lip. I could feel it throbbing, and then I could see it slightly. Every time I fully paid my attention, it stopped. It knows you are watching. Just let it. That small living thing is only taking little blood cells, and you have 5 gallons. Don't mind it. I kept a frown between my brows and got back to bed. I bent my back on the concave and tried to drown into my usual dream. The wind, grass, a big tree, and you stand on the edge of a cliff. You're not going to jump and get hit by the waves. I know. You will go up and up and up. And when you get tired, you will be back to the edge, sitting there for hours and watching you who's leaving you. How far will you go this time? As far as I could. I want to pet a dog. It must be a husky. It appeals to you since you're in college. Let's end this now, I whispered with eyes half closed. Yeah, now it's just you and your spectrum.